home, and yes, I'm back. Look at my resting spot. I mean, did I pick a good spot this time? Last week I stayed right across the street at the other one. This one I like better. The trees are not in my way. The other one I had to be farther out. I was able to sneak in here a little bit better. Works really nice, you know. I got 10 hours to kill. So if you guys are thinking about getting into RV transport, maybe you should start a YouTube channel, because if it wasn't for the YouTube channel, I'd probably be bored out of my mind, because I'd be sitting here for all these hours with nothing to do. Instead, I get to make videos, talk about stuff. Some people like to listen to it, some people don't. What am I going to talk about? You know what? Robin sent me this today. UPS cuts 20,000 jobs. You know why I'm bringing this up, because these guys are going to be looking for work. Maybe they'll come across my YouTube channel and they'll be the next RV transporter, right? I tell you a story. I had a friend that I used to snowmobile with all the time. He worked for UPS, and he was able to buy a lot of stuff. He had a big fancy diesel truck, snowmobiles, motorcycles. He had it all, right? They worked him so much he never got to use the stuff. He'd get up at 5 in the morning. He'd go down to UPS. He was one of those delivery drivers, and he'd be working at 9, 10 o'clock. A lot of times we were getting ready to go snowmobiling the next day, and he'd sleep in the truck as we were driving up going snowmobiling because he was working all the time. So maybe this video is for the UPS people out there. Are you tired of working your ass off and never having a life? Okay. Are you like him and had a big fancy diesel truck sitting in your driveway you never used? Well, look at that. You're ready to go to work already. So this video is for you, UPS drivers. You looking for a job? We got it right here. Come work for Wave. Yes, Wave Express. Give them my name, William Sikora. I get a kickback. You'll bring your friends over and you'll get a kickback. See how this works? We just keep this circle going around and around, and we all keep making money, right? I think it's a great deal. Robin puts everything down in the description below, so you can just click on it, go through it. If you have any questions, you can email me, reach out to me. I'll help you all I can. But 20,000 more people. These guys are used to driving. They drive all day long. Let's bring that up real quick. How in the world could he start at 6 in the morning, work till 10 o'clock at night, work 6 days in a row, all right? And I have to sit here for 10 hours. Now you see where I'm going with this? Okay, DOT, federal government, whatever crap you're trying to do out there. These places are packed at night. Last night where I stayed, my God, when I got ready to leave, I didn't know if I was going to get out of there. Their semis were packed in there so tight because there's no place for us to stay, because we don't need 10 hours to hang out, okay? 10 hours of hanging out is a bad thing for everybody. At least in my opinion. Maybe I'm missing something. If we're here for 6 hours, 8 hours, wouldn't we be out there getting more stuff delivered, making more money, making the world a better place? I don't know. Less time on their hands for, I don't know, whatever they do in their trucks when they're not working. I mean, but all of us, come on, think about this for a second. If you're going to control this part, why aren't you controlling the rest of the stuff? I worked for Uber. You know, I worked 12-hour days. Take 6 off, 6 hours off. 6 whole hours to be family, eating, sleeping, everything, and did it all over again. Had people in the car non-stop, coming from airports, driving through big cities. All right, does that make any sense? Because it don't make any sense to me. You don't do that. We had a courier business. Nobody controlled us at all. Am I telling you to go control those businesses? No, I'm not. I'm telling you to get this one figured out, because it makes no sense to everybody I talk to. We don't need that. Even in the older days when people they were only doing like 8 hours off, and now we got to do even more? I'm missing something here. Is somebody paying for us to sit around like this? Because it makes no sense to me. So you UPS drivers, you're looking for a job, we got a job for you right here. RV transport, join our great community. We have a lot of fun. We got great people out there helping each other, and we're making money. And you know what? We're doing it our way. This is my view tonight. It's really not that loud either for the trucks going by over there. I should sleep pretty good tonight. That's why I sneak over these spots right here, you know. You can't do that in the summertime when there's like 30 cars or 40 cars here. This early time of the year, you can sneak in and do this, because I don't want to be over there by the semis. Sometimes that works. Last night where I stayed in between 2 trucks, and they had those, I think those reefer units, whatever they're running. and I positioned my cab right between the two reefer units, and it sounded like I had a giant box fan next to my ear. It worked great. I slept awesome, you know? So, I don't know. We're talking about UPS drivers, but you know what? I do need to do something else too, since I'm right here, right now, because I forget a lot of stuff, you know? I'm old. You know, we have a membership with the YouTube channel, and I'm not telling you guys to go out there and do it. It's for people that want to do it. They want to kick back and give us a little bit extra to pay for equipment and stuff like that. The referrals have been doing great, so that takes care of it. But every now and then somebody wants to do that, and we got a new member. See if I can get this right. Chef Will Holland. Hopefully I got that right. Chef Will Holland. Okay, new member. Shout out for him. That's awesome. We really appreciate it. So, Robin asked me, "Did you forget about it?" I said, "No, I didn't forget about it. I just too much stuff going on in this head." And then when she brought up the UPS drivers, 20,000 of them going to be out of work. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. We already have some UPS drivers that are working for us because they retired because of stuff that was going on. I think they knew they were going to be out of a job or whatever. I don't remember. I talk to so many people all the time, but I know we have some UPS drivers and we have some FedEx drivers that ain't doing that no more. Ain't doing it. That's for you, Robin. Ain't doing it. Now they're doing this. So just a little video about the UPS world, and they're cutting 20,000 jobs. So that's all we got in this video. I'm going to enjoy my spot tonight. I'm going to throw some dinner in the microwave. I'm going to get over here. I'm going to sit on the picnic table. I'm going to eat a good meal before I get a good night's sleep. And then I'm delivering this unit tomorrow morning, grabbing my reload and kicking off to get that one done. Someplace in Utah. I'll remember it on the next video. So you know how we end these things? Always.